Hey now.
Hey, hey, hey.
I like that
Whoa, how
shirt.
you doing?
I like that shirt, baby.
Here we are.
Here we are. Here we are. It's Tuesday. The what round of CFP are we on? 4, 5, fifth,
Perfect.
fifth week. I think it's the fifth week that they've announced the college football playoff teams. 1 through 25, but of course we only care about, well, they care about 1 through 6. We care about 1 through 4, because after this weekend, baby, that's all that's gonna matter. But let's start
They
where
got
we
one
are
more. They got one
today.
more
One
next
more
week.
week.
One more
Conference,
week.
the Power 5 conference champions are Friday and Saturday. I'm very excited about that. We talked about it on our show Sunday. What game we looking forward to?
Yep.
If you don't mind, I would like to delve into let's go down who's 1 through 6, right?
Okay.
And I like to
Yep.
delve in with my opinions on it because I got some thoughts.
Okay. Got it. Go for
Okay.
it.
So number 1, Georgia. Number
Got it.
2, Michigan. Number 3, Washington. Number 4, Florida State. Number 5, Oregon. Number 6, the Ohio State. Now, as we
Yes.
know, the top 4 are all undefeated. They're all 12,
Yes.
12 and 0, 11 and 0 right now, 12 and 0 right now.
Right.
But let me ask my question or my thought, and then you give it to me. You let me know if I'm not crazy. And I can't believe I'm saying this, Gee. Hold on to your seat. I can't believe I'm saying this. But why is Michigan not number 1? They just beat number 2.
I thought the same thing. If you're number 3 and you beat 2, Georgia didn't play anybody, right? Just Georgia Tech.
They
Why
fought,
did
and they fought against Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech was
Yeah.
giving them work. They
Yeah.
weren't, what do they say? Controlling the game. What's the COR, the ROC, or
The
come
FBI.
on.
Oh,
Come
right.
on. And you know how much I hate Michigan. But come on. I don't know. That was my first question. So okay,
Okay.
you agree with me. You agree with me
I
there. Okay.
agree.
Okay, my other question. Now, Ohio State drops 4 spots. I think that's
Right.
aggressive. We got beat by number 3 in an away game with a first year quarterback. These are not excuses. These are just circumstances.
Right.
And it with in conference play as well, right? This Big Ten
Right.
rivalry week with Big
Big Ten.
Ten
Yeah.
against Big Ten. Now, I understand Oregon's 1 loss is also to a number 3 Washington. I get that.
Uh-huh.
I understand it's conference to conference. But who has Oregon really played this year?
I didn't look all that up. I'm just going by what the guys we was talking about tonight. I could have went and looked that up, but I didn't want to get too technical. I just wanted to
Okay.
go with what they had.
Okay. So they said they did have a decent resume, is what you're telling me.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Indeed.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm not that's not the thing that's really got, grinding my gears,
Uh-oh.
but that Michigan Georgia thing was really grinding my gears.
Oh
So,
God.
of course, in the wings we got 7 through 10, which Texas is held 7, Bama is still at 8, Missouri is still 9, and then with the Louisville loss last week to Kentucky, old Penn State then crept back
Move up.
in.
I love it. I love it. I love it. But the
Guess who
question
beat
that
Penn State?
who what is it? And who beat Ohio?
Guess who
Yeah,
beat?
Ohio State.
Guess who beat Penn State?
Yeah, that's why. That's what. Well, Ohio State beat them. So did Penn State. I mean, so did Michigan. So
So
blah blah blah.
technically Michigan and Ohio State. Oh, I guess in Texas are the only people in the top 10 who've beat somebody else in the top. In Washington. So
Yeah.
Washington, Texas, Ohio State, and Michigan are the only people in the top 10 who have beat somebody in the top 10. So anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry. What did they say? Because I missed half the show. I didn't hear the comments. What was the malarkey?
7 and 8. That is the question. 7 and 8. And it's like with this championship games, The big one, of course, being Alabama versus Georgia. Will this number fours all change? So, as Kirk Herbstreit said, we know Washington, Oregon is going to wash somebody out, but it just depends on what the committee is going to do. Let's say they do what. Let's say Washington beats Oregon again. Let's say Oregon beats Washington. I don't know what the committee will do about that, because they could just move them up and drop the other one to number 5. Ohio State could not move up. Or it's so much going on in this whole committee thing. I would not want to be on the committee now that I think about it.
Wait. You was campaigning to be in that room. Now it's just too hard of a job. See how fast you gave up?
It's too hard. I can't do this. I don't want to talk about birthing no babies. It's just too hard.
You gave up so quick.
I don't. Hey, and it's just like they say one thing, you say this. Of course, McElroy jumps on Ohio State with like, I don't know why Alabama hasn't moved up. Because if you look at it, Ohio State only been tested twice, and of course, if you look at Alabama and Texas, they've been tested at least 3 times against 3 big teams. I went, holy moly, does this man, what's he got against Ohio State?
But what school did McElroy go to?
Alabama. He wants Alabama up there so badly. But anyway, I digress. Let me move on. Of course, everybody argued back and forth as to how these games are going to go. So,
okay. I mean, well, I give a damn about that. What most of them. Well, I give a damn about what's his name, Malarkey. Whatever he said, I don't understand why he always is coming from Ohio State. Like, was he on the team that Ohio State beat for the championship? Like, what's his beef? But I teased it on Sunday, and I got a chaos theory just like everybody else.
Oh God, leftovers.
Herb Street touched on it. He said, Ohio State last year was the most contingent one-loss team when it came to the top 4, and they got in the top 4. Would have happened again, Ohio State's going to need a lot of help, right? And he said with a Texas loss, Texas is in their conference championship this weekend against Oklahoma State.
Right.
They lose. And then Florida State plays Louisville, which they also said with Louisville's loss, that competition's a little bit deflated. But okay, I want to go further. Now, it's layers to it, so it's gonna get crazier and crazier. So I'll start with the most obvious. Obviously, Texas lose. Boom, y'all 11-2. Get out of here. Florida State loses. Now they would be 12-1. That's still a little bit much. I really wanted Florida State to lose last week, but that's because I'm a hater. What if Bama beats Georgia in the SEC championship?
I told you that. This is not vanity.
No, you didn't. Wait, don't take credit. Don't take credit for my chaos theory. I'm telling you.
Hey, as they said tonight, this is Nick Saban.
Okay. What's his name? Kirby Smart is a former assistant coach. Why do your phone always go dark? Okay. Kirby Smart is a former assistant head coach to Nick Saban, right? Okay. Kirby Smart's record against Nick Saban is 1-4.
Okay. That's
One of the losses was in the 2021 SEC championship where Georgia lost 41-24 to Bama. Okay. I don't know what they was ranked. They was both in the SEC championship, so they have to be at the top as far as the conference. I don't know where they were ranked in the nation. But I said it on the show. You can check the YouTube notes. Nick Saban is Nick Saban. So I got a Texas loss, an 11-2 in Texas. I've got a Florida State loss. They 12-1. They still hanging in over here. I've got a Georgia 1 loss, and then I got a Bama 1 loss. And then if we really feeling crazy, Oh, and
Uh-oh.
definitely want Washington to beat Oregon. It would leave Washington 13-0, but it would leave Oregon 11-2, beat twice by Washington, meaning they like Penn State, right? They can't get over the hump. And so, what if Iowa beat Michigan?
Oh, please. You up there. You out there. That is chaos. That is a chaos us. You know what they say tonight? We know that Iowa will outpunch Michigan. And they said that's for sure. Don't mean there's going to be any points, but
Okay,
they go
out punt.
outpunch.
Now they throwing shade with that little out punt. We get that, but then you have, in my theory, you have a one loss. You have number one with one loss. You have number two with one loss. You have an undefeated number three. You have a one loss number four. Do you leave it that way? I don't know. I don't know. If Bama beats Georgia, do you leave Georgia in it and not give Bama any credit for that?
Well, as they
It's a
say,
well that listen, it's a chaos theory for a reason. I'm just saying, if the chips fall the way everybody don't think they should fall, we can have a little spot in there.
well, like they
I'm
said,
saying.
this opened doors for a lot of question marks.
I
And
like it.
again, with your chaos theory, let me remind you, that's a good chaos theory. But bottom line, the committee asked themselves, who is the best one-loss team? And they keep coming back to Oregon with Bo Nix. And they have
But then
said
they
they're
won't
the
be
best.
one. But hey. If Washington wins, they won't be a one-loss team. They'd be a two-loss team to the same team,
Oh, that's
which means they wouldn't be in a conversation. So Texas and Oregon are out of the conversation. We've got Georgia,
oh,
Ohio, Michigan, Washington, Florida, and Bama.
and what if Bama beats Georgia? They might jump over
That's
Texas.
that's my point with my theory. Then we got that's the top six. Then who's the worst one-loss team? Is it Georgia, Michigan, Florida, or Bama? Because remember, I want Washington to win. Because I was rooting for them to lose last week too. I gotta admit,
Okay.
I wanted them all to lose. I wanted it to get sticky. I'm so tired of this
Now,
undefeated bullshit. I wanted to get sticky. I wanted to get weird.
now you're just being cheeky. You're just
Yeah.
oh, okay.
This obviously towards the end. Sorry to cut you off, but obviously we towards the end. Like we said, conference champions are this weekend.
Hey,
So not at this point it's more obvious, right? Rivalry
right,
week is the
right.
last big hurdle where anything can
Hey,
happen. And I don't completely disagree. I'm not outraged, but I am just kind of questioning why Michigan wouldn't have jumped Georgia. Georgia has not played anybody this season. I don't think in the top 10, but we're gonna see. We're gonna tune in Friday. Pac-12.
yeah, yes, I'll be there.
Yeah.
I will be there. I can't
Also,
remember what games
also
I had.
Conference USA. Conference USA plays Friday as well. I think that's Tulane. Oh, I gotta look it up. I was writing down conference championships. I said, wait, how'd y'all sneak in here? Anyway, but
Oh,
Saturday, baby, we got SEC,
okay.
Pac-12, Big Ten, and Big
Hey,
12 out of the Power Five. There's some other little ones too, but
I know.
it's gonna be
Hey,
it's gonna be a day. It's gonna be
my
a day of infamy.
my advice to you: just flip a coin.
Flip a coin.
Flip
I'm putting
a
some bets in.
coin.
Where's Scotty Retro? I'm putting some bets in.
He's
I'm putting some bets in this week. I gotta get the money. Okay, Gee. Well, we're
uh,
not gonna keep holding people up. We're gonna be back on Sunday. We're gonna talk
yes, we
about
will.
we're gonna talk about what the results of these
Chaos
championship
theory
games.
and your
And
chaos theory.
if my chaos theory comes true, I don't want to hear nobody talk about nothing. Um Sunday is also selection Sunday.
Yes, it is.
So
That's it. Yes.
um depending on when we catch it, or we may have a lot to talk about. We may have to wait and talk about selection Sunday later.
Well, yes,
But
because
I am
go ahead.
there you go.
I was gonna say because the final rankings will come out on Sunday, and then the bowl selections.
Yes. Which they'll tell us who's gonna be in the semifinals and who
Yes.
will be in all the bowls.
Right.
But we will be back Sunday, Saturday Hangover. And I'm out, baby.
Okay, babe. So what do you say? Always say? You always say what's your little thing?
I'm Kelly like the color.
I'm giddy like the butter.
And this is Saturday Hangover. Like, subscribe, follow. We gonna see y'all on Sunday.
Adios, muchachos.